And that's when I came in here and I saw her in the chair. She was taped to it. I just kind of stopped for a minute. I didn't know what to think or what to do. And then I just went up to her and I was checking her pulse.
The woman you just saw was Amelia Carr, and she was describing the last moments of Heather Strong. And this is where Heather was then buried. You're about to watch the most thrilling case you've ever seen, where the detectives used hidden recorders along with other strategic moves to crack the case and unravel what happened to Heather Strong. On February 15, 2009, 26-year-old Heather Strong went missing after she finished her shift as a waitress at Iron Skillet in Marion County, Florida. She had left her children with their biological father, Joshua Fulgham, and had not returned since. It was unlike Heather to disappear like that, and even more unlike her to leave the children with Josh, who had just returned from prison. On February 18th, Heather's mother, Carolyn Spence, finally gave in after not being able to contact her daughter for 3 days. A missing persons report was filed. After talking to Heather's colleagues, it was discovered that prior to his release and her disappearance, she'd gotten a very stressful call from Josh in prison.
Hello?
Hey, please don't hang up.
I'm not.
Heather, why did you do this?
Josh, because I can't, you promised me I can't live like this.
Well, are you going to push this or what?
You're not going to do that, Josh. You're going to kill me when you get out of jail.
Naturally, all eyes were on Josh after this. Not only had Heather seemed to think that he would kill her, but Josh also happened to be in prison because he had already made an attempt to kill Heather by strangling her. Heather filed a complaint against him to try to keep him far away from her and her kids. And if that were not enough to suspect Josh, another very compelling piece of evidence was then found. Someone had used Heather's credit card and had been caught doing so on CCTV footage. Why did Josh lie? Was he really the person who saw her last? And who was Amelia Carr? And how was she involved in the disappearance of Heather? The appearance of Josh in the CCTV footage was enough for the police to start investigating him. But as you watch on, you'll see an entangled web of relationships and lies, which ultimately left 2 children deprived of their loving mother. You will also see the case being handled by Detective Donald Buey, who takes the most unconventional, and some would say unethical roads to give justice to our story's victim, Heather Strong.
You're awake, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm just wore out. I get up at 4 in the morning.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, buddy.
And then you got back in your car,
And I went back to the house.
and when you left, she was
Right there at Petro's.
standing up there at Petro. You know there's video at Petro, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, they got cameras all around it.
No video
Of what?
of Heather at that Petro on that date, all day, all night.
Josh has denied his involvement from day one, but the sharp and forward Detective Donald Buey will not have any of it. He starts confronting Josh in less than a minute of him entering the interrogation room. He starts with the CCTV footage where he claims he can see him dropping Heather, and then moves to the CCTV footage where he's caught stealing from her.
I know for a fact that you used your card, okay? You used your credit card and you got money off of it,
Which one?
okay? Her work card. You got money off of it.
I didn't get no money off of it.
Yes, you did.
I'm trying to think.
Yes, you did.
But you know what? I did get money off that card. You're right. I did get money off that
When?
card. Oh, shit, now that right there, let me think. Because I'm not for sure on that.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date.
So if I can't believe you on something like this,
I
do
understand.
you think I can believe you on anything else?
You can't.
I can't.
Exactly.
So you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah. What else am I supposed to?
After hitting a wall with Josh, despite showing him evidence and still not getting information from him, the detectives call Amelia in, hoping she'll have some answers. They do not know the extent of her involvement just yet. Amelia is sitting in the room next to Josh, and the detectives now will move back and forth between the two to try and break open this case.
Hey.
Hey.
Tired?
I'm exhausted. About my bedtime.
I'm trying to make this quick as possible, okay? I appreciate you coming up here.
You look tired too.
Very tired. Appreciate you coming up here. Understand, you're not pressured to be here. This is all voluntary. That door is only closed for privacy. It's not locked. You're more than welcome to get up and walk out at any time, okay? But here we're trying to get some things together. We're trying to sort out some differences and get a clear understanding. Let me just get some understanding between you and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
How long you guys been knowing each other?
This August will be about 2 years.
So you know each other for about 2 years?
Yeah.
Tell me the relationship between you, Josh, and Heather.
They split up. Me and him tried a relationship. And then in December, he wanted to work things out for his kid's sake, and we parted ways. And we just agreed that when she came along, we'd have some kind of civil relationship. And it's hard when you got 5 kids between different people.
How many kids do you have?
3.
You got 3 kids?
Yeah.
And then she has
2.
the 2 kids. Explain the relationship between you and her.
There wasn't really ever one. Excuse me. We had a little bit of contact over the 4 months because she would, when she felt up to it, allow him to see his kids. So we had some kind of contact, but I usually got the, I'm going to kill you, you're a bitch, you're a whore, blah, 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 because me and him had a relationship off and on for the 2 years, almost 2 years. So we pretty much maintained our distance.
Okay. Have you and her ever got into it about anything?
No. I've kept my distance. I mean, over the phone. But actual person to person, no. She could actually be pretty civil when we had to be.
Right. Just trying to think. When was the last time you saw her?
Couple days after he went to jail. Because she asked me to babysit the kids for a few hours so she could go to work. And I
What? She asked you to babysit the kids?
And I told her I wasn't too sure about it because we had an awkward kind of relationship. And she said, well, Mackenzie really likes you and she loves you and she'd rather you babysit him. So I was there for a few hours, babysat.
Where'd you babysit them at?
South Shore Fish Camp.
Okay.
The trailer they used to live in.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. And I was there for a few hours, babysat. She came home and Jamie gave me a ride home.
So you hadn't seen her since, when was the last time you saw her?
That night I babysat, which was the Saturday after Josh got arrested. And my son turned 7 January 8th. I don't remember if that was a Thursday or a Friday. So that Saturday had to be the 9th or the 10th.
Of January?
Yeah. It'd be nice to locate her. I mean, we have an 8-year-old girl who's crying looking for her mom. Mom won't call, mom won't make contact, nothing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's just, I have 3 kids who have shitty fathers who have no contact with them. And, it's messed up. So, I mean, he's gone to asked people what he can do. He's
Asked people like who?
Like, child sports is trying to come after him. And he told them, he said, look, I don't even know where she's at. I've got the kids right now. So I guess they freezed it temporarily till everything is situated. So right now it's a mess. It is a tangled up mess. We don't know where she's at.
Don't let Amelia's calm demeanor fool you. She says she did not have any bad blood with Heather, but anyone who knew the two would say otherwise. One of the biggest triggers for Amelia was quoted by friends as the ring incident. Josh had proposed to Amelia with a ring after a short separation with Heather. This offended Heather, who thought she was the one who deserved the ring, as she had 2 children with Josh and had been with him for a long time. After an argument between Josh and Heather, they had decided to get back together, and Josh took the ring back from Amelia to reuse it as an engagement ring for Heather. This was like a slap to Amelia's ego, and probably where she started planning something sinister. After this, Heather and Josh got married, and a few days after that, Josh tried to strangle Heather. Detective Buey is fully aware of all this, and hence he will not accept Amelia's made-up answers. Any other detective might have played along, but that will not be the case today. As you keep watching, Detective Buey's interrogation will get fiercer every minute.
Now, is there something that you need to tell me?
Mm-mm. I mean,
Nothing
she
at all?
made contact with the landlord in the spa
How do you know that?
because the landlord had said something to Josh when he was going to pick up the kids' belongings about not releasing anything without her
Is
consent.
that what Josh told you?
Well, I mean, that's what I heard from him and his sister. Was
Okay,
that
again, that's what I said. That's what
Yeah.
Josh told you. So Josh told you that Heather called the landlord.
No, he didn't tell me I should call. He said that when he got home to pick up the kids, his sister said that the landlord had called and told her that Heather called and said it was okay for him to go pick up the belongings.
Okay, and you believe Heather made that call?
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, why wouldn't she?
Okay. All right. You know, there's a lot of people that we're going to be talking to.
Oh, no.
Okay. And if there's something you need to tell me, this is the time to tell me right now.
Oh, I'm hoping you guys find her. I mean,
Well, we're going to find her with your help.
because, I mean, it'd be...
With your help, we're going to find
Yeah.
her. Okay? And I need you to understand that. I need your
know.
help.
And I'm here to help. I mean, we've got kids who need both parents
If you know something, this is the time. This is our opportunity because you want to see that baby being born.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay?
Yeah.
You don't want something to bite you in the behind if you know something.
I know.
Okay? The relationship between you and her, I know for a fact that you and her at least got into an argument one time. Okay? And clarify this now, because I know for a fact that this happened. That when you guys got into that argument, you grabbed her by her hair. You remember that?
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Tell me about that.
Who told you that? Because
Tell me about that.
that was the night I babysat. She came in and we kind of talked a little bit and I told her I had to go. She started arguing with me about not seeing Josh and I told her I hadn't spoken to him since we split up in December and she said she was going to try to work things out with him and that was it. And I told her I was leaving. Trust me, if I had put my hands on
Tell
her,
me what happened by that.
she would have had me in jail.
Well, you put your hands on her because you grabbed a handful of her hair. So tell me about that incident.
I didn't grab her. We were talking and we were kind of getting into a little bit of an argument. That's when I told Jamie, can we just go?
So Jamie was there too?
Yeah.
Who else was there?
At that time, it was just us three. And the kids were in the bedroom asleep.
Just you guys three?
Yep.
Okay. So if you were there, Jamie was there, and Heather was there, and I'm telling you that I know for a fact that something happened, where do you think I get that information from?
From Jamie.
Okay. Tell me about what happened.
We were arguing because she wanted me
And
to
what
keep my
happened?
distance. Nothing. I told Jamie, let's go. I don't want to be here. I have my son.
You grabbed a handful of her hair, you grabbed a knife, and you put it to her throat.
No, I didn't, because if I did, I'd be sitting in county.
No. You guys made a mutual agreement that nobody was going to call law enforcement. Nobody was going to do anything after you guys settled down. You need to be straight up and honest with me.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
telling you how to put my hands on her.
No.
She would have had me arrested.
No. I'm telling you what happened. I'm asking you to be straight up. You're not going to get in trouble for that, but you don't need to sit up here and continue to
But
lie
I'm
to
not.
me. You are lying to me.
The man being talked about here is Jamie Akome, who was the father of Amelia's first child. He was the person who had initially introduced Josh and Heather to Amelia. Soon after that, Amelia and Jamie broke up, and when Josh was arrested because of his attempt to strangle Heather, Jamie started dating Heather instead. Jamie is a key witness in this case. He was dating Heather before Josh was released and Heather went missing. Josh was really upset when he learned of Heather and Jamie getting together. Amelia instigated him further. And finally, Jamie was also the last person in Heather's social group to see her alive.
Okay, me and Jamie don't have a good history.
Okay.
We really don't.
There's some other things. I'm just opening Pandora's box a little bit. And this is the time for that you need to be straight up and honest with me. Okay? Again, you don't need to get yourself into trouble with that baby.
Oh, and I know, and I'm being honest with you.
If I know that little tidbit, there's a lot more that I know. There's a lot more people that I have talked to. Okay? This is your opportunity for you to be straight up with me. Some shit went sour. Okay? Clean your slate.
Okay, what I'm telling you is that's the last time I saw her was because we got into that argument.
You don't like her.
I don't have a problem with her.
Now you don't.
No, I've stepped back many
Now
times.
you don't. There's other people has come forward about some statements that you have made.
In regards to?
Some statements you have made. I'm telling you, if you want me to go down this road, it's not going to look pretty for you.
Okay, but
This is the opportunity. Listen, you two guys are sleeping with the same damn man. And you can't sit up here and tell me that, oh, you guys had a amicable relationship. Because that's bullshit.
We did.
You didn't like her. She didn't like you.
Okay, and I agreed to babysit that night.
Yes, you did agree to babysit that night.
And when we got into it, I chose to leave.
You didn't want her. You don't want her in the picture because you know that Josh would go back to her. Josh would choose her over you any day.
And I
you know that for a fact.
Many times so that he could be with his kids. I have 3 other kids I've raised by myself.
I understand
Raising a child
that.
by myself is not a big deal.
I can only help you if you help yourself.
Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is we got into an argument and I was ready to go because I am pregnant. Why would I put my hands on someone while I'm pregnant and run the risk of getting hurt?
It happened. Did it not?
No.
You never got into a conversation with somebody, okay? Because I'm finna open up another one, and this is the last one I'm gonna open up because you're gonna get yourself in a hell of a lot of trouble, okay? I'm tired. You're tired, and you're lying to me, okay? And you're gonna get yourself into trouble. It's gonna be a very, very long night, okay? You got into a conversation with someone where you offered someone some money. Oh. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've heard this rumor.
It's a rumor?
Yeah.
How does it more than one person know about it?
Because where we live, if you
Tell me about it.
Let me guess, Jason Watshaw?
Tell me about it. Why is it that I have to open something up for you to say, oh, and I'm gonna sit up here and I'm asking you a question. Very specific questions that I'm asking you. Okay? If there's anything else that I need to know, you need to tell me. I think that'd be one that I come up, hey, somebody just said a rumor, or this bullshit rumor is going on, or this is going on, or that's happening. You're gonna walk yourself into some shit that you can't get out of. I'm telling you right now. This is your opportunity, and I only knock once.
Okay, well, what I'm telling you is, me and her got into it, and I asked to leave. Well, after that, there were rumors from Jamie, Jason, that I was supposedly trying to pay someone to get rid of her, this and that. I'm not going to stoop to that kind of a level over a man. I'm sorry, it's not worth it. I have 3 kids I've raised by myself. This is another one I can raise by myself. I wouldn't do that. And they have done nothing but made my life hell for as long as I can remember. Jamie Acom, Jason Langshaw. Those are 2 people who, for as long as I can remember, have made my life hell.
Okay.
Me and Jamie don't get along because he knows I'm in the process of trying to come after him for child support. So right now, anything he can do to harm me, he has tried.
Who else did you have issues with that you think that would just rely on you?
Anyone associated with Jamie Acom's family.
Give me a name.
His brother Josh, his girlfriend Chrissy, her brother Timmy, anyone associated with him and
You're
his
gonna name
family.
everybody that's gonna come up here and lie on you.
No, I'm just naming people that are associated with Jamie.
I'm telling you, okay?
Amelia will now try to tarnish Jamie's credibility, but continue watching because in a few seconds, you'll see some important information come to light from Jamie's interrogation.
Tell me about the relationship between you and him.
We was just in a relationship for a month, and then we got an apartment.
You remember what date y'all got that apartment?
The last week of January. Josh called me. He told me that him and Heather were getting back together. He said that's his wife, and he missed his wife and his kids. I need to get my stuff and get out. So I went back to my mom's and had my mom and them come with me and Jake, and I loaded up my stuff and I left.
Okay.
I haven't heard from her since.
Jamie's statement is one of the reasons the detectives suspect Amelia to begin with. He gives them an understanding that the real suspect is not the most obvious choice, which is Josh. Rather, Amelia is not as nice as she may seem on the surface. As it turns out, she's the mastermind who orchestrated this crime.
Someone was present the day that you had it, and you just named 2 people that was present in a vehicle with you when you offered someone $500
Where would I have?
to help.
Sorry, go ahead.
To help you get rid of Heather. There's another conversation you had with someone. You're soliciting to commit murder.
How?
That's serious. And I got more than one person telling me that. Okay? Listen to me. I got more than one person telling me that. Okay? That don't look good for you. This is your time. Okay? Because when we go get Josh, okay, it's either you or Josh. So you make your decision. Do you owe Josh that? Or do you owe your kids that? This is the time. Tonight.
But what
If you're going to sit up and lie to me, I'd rather you just look at me. Okay? And not say a word. But if you're going to continue to lie to me, I want to make your life very, very hard. I'm just being honest to you. Because I'm trying to give you opportunity, sweetheart, to do the right thing. This shit may have gotten out of hand. You got a baby right there you got to think about. If it happened, that's fine. If it's out of anger, that's fine. I understand. I'd be pissed off at it too. Because I like this man, and this man constantly goes back to this girl that ain't shit.
But why would I hurt her is what I don't understand.
Why? Because you can get her out of the way.
But you know what? In 2 years, me and him have been off and on.
And you're tired of that shit. But now you have a kid from him. From Josh. You have no other kids from Josh, do you?
I've been off and on with Jamie for 10 years. 10 years.
Well,
I wouldn't...
Let me tell you something. So you telling me the conversation with Christy never happened?
With who? Chrissy?
Mm-hmm.
I never said anything to her. I mean, I was mad. And I told her that I was pissed off about the whole situation.
Exactly. You never had a conversation with Christy to help you.
No, not Chrissy. And
you never had a conversation with, not Josh, the other guy you just
Jason?
Jason.
No. I don't associate with them.
So why would that come out?
Because of Jamie. If you knew...
2 separate people.
Not 2 separate. People associated with Jamie.
And everybody hates you.
If you only knew.
So you're saying that you never grabbed a knife?
No, I never grabbed a knife.
You never grabbed a handful of her hair?
No, because she would have beat my butt. Trust me. I'm pregnant. She didn't want me having his kids. She would have hurt me.
Sit tight and think about this, okay?
Okay.
Josh is in the other room, by the way.
Okay.
Amelia went to almost anyone who would listen and offered them $500 to kill Heather. But more interestingly, a little snippet from Amelia's past, she'd been abused by her father when she was younger. She spoke out against him after tolerating the abuse for many years, and he was finally put in jail. When he got out, he too offered people exactly $500 to kill Amelia. Understanding the whole case, it's clear that Amelia truly had a rough childhood. But what is the reasoning behind her crimes? What is her motive? While she sits here trying to conceal what she and Josh did, you're about to see him conveniently throw her under the bus. After hours of interrogation and no confession from Josh, the detectives decide to get creative in getting a confession. And this is when the case turns around completely. When Josh is speaking to the detectives off the record while taking a smoke break, they record their conversation.
What did Amelia tell you? Did she get to go home?
Mm-hmm. Yes, she did.
How come she got to go home and I can't?
Maybe she was a little bit more honest. See how that works?
I'm going to tell you this is what I was told. Right here. I was told she was gone to leave it alone. That's what I was told. That she's gone to leave it alone.
You go talk to me. Talk to me. If you know where she is, tell me.
This is what I was told. That Heather's gone. Leave it alone.
Who told you that?
Tell me.
Just tell me where she is.
I don't know that she's even dead.
It's during this that he confesses that Amelia has been the one calling the shots after all. Not only did she kill her, but she also disposed of Heather's body. This is a big break, and now you'll see how Amelia reacts to hearing this recording.
I'm telling you, he told me that you told him that. Okay? We know that he brought her back to the house that night.
To what house? I was home that night.
Listen, your heart is about to jump out of your chest.
Because I was home at my mama's.
Your heart is about to jump out of your chest.
That pisses me off.
Okay. Don't do this to yourself.
But what?
Don't
okay.
do this to yourself.
Ask my mom. I was home.
Don't do this to yourself.
What is he saying I did?
That you set it up.
Set what up, though? I mean, because all I heard him say was that I didn't even hear him say where he left her, at what house.
No. Listen here. Okay? You're trying to backpedal out of it.
No, I'm trying to, I didn't really hear.
Okay. I'm telling you that he said that you told him that you guys took care of Heather and for him not to worry about her anymore.
Who's you guys?
You.
But how if I was home?
He knows, and he told me about the incident about you grabbing Heather at the house when you were supposed to be babysitting and put the knife to her throat.
He was in jail.
Exactly. Okay?
Because he even told me
But he knows about it.
Because he said
okay,
that's what...
Listen, let's not entertain that. Let's not entertain that. Because I'm telling you right now, he's admitted to his stuff. He lawyered up. But he chose, you know what? I think I need to tell you all the truth. That's why you're back in here.
Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is you can question my mom, my sister. You can even question Penny Salveo because she was at my mom's house that night.
What night?
February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. That supposedly she left. The day after Valentine's Day, February 15th, because they came over there.
Let me explain something to you, sweetheart. Okay? Just explained to you earlier when you were in here today that you had been soliciting people to do something to her.
Hearsay.
You call it what you want. You call it what you want, lawyer. Okay? We ain't back down here to have a picnic.
I know this, but see, this is why I'm upset is because...
You can be upset all you want to. I'm telling you right now, your boyfriend has thrown you under the bus. He's admitted to lying. He's admitted, that he is involved in this and knows about it. Okay? And that you know about it. Now, you can sit here and play this game all you want. I told you the first time when I held your hand and I looked you square in the eye and I told you this is your opportunity to come clean and be straight.
Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is...
I'm going to get up and walk out of this room if you lie to me. You ain't back down here for nothing.
I know this. I was home.
Okay.
You can listen to every jail phone call back and forth between me and him where he has hinted at when I get out, things are going to be different between me and you. You don't have to worry about her messing with us anymore.
Did he give you $1,000?
From where? I put up $1,700 for his lawyer so he could get out of jail. I put up $1,700. Where was he going to give me $1,000?
Paid your money back, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
When he got his tax?
No, he didn't.
He didn't give you $1,000?
Because his taxes went straight to his lawyer. Because he had to sign a waiver so she could cash the check. Okay. And when he got a check for $1,000, he asked me whether or not we wanted to try to work things out and live together.
So he never told you that. I'm sorry. So you never told him to not to worry about her anymore. It's taken care of.
If you listen to the jail
We're not talking about jail phone calls. Well, he was out of jail then. He was out of jail.
No, I didn't. And I was home. Because you can question my mom, my sister, you can question Penny Salvale and her son because they were at my house that night because Josh was calling from his mom's cell phone.
So he's a flat out liar if he's trying to involve you in her death.
Yeah. And, that's got me really upset right now because I have kids I have to take care of. I've done it on my own. Why am I going to risk throwing my life away over someone who we were just screwing around off and on for 2 years?
Amelia's basic strategy is to discredit anyone who places the blame on her. First, it was Jamie and anyone close to him, and now it's become Josh as well. She's torn by his betrayal. It's evident from her face, no matter how much she tries to cover it up. Her doors are closing one by one, and soon another twist will come along, which will lead to a very dramatic capture. In this case, you'll see the detectives acquire evidence and confessions like they do in popular crime series.
It looks bad. And I'm going to tell you it looks bad. Because you've lied. You know that there's some foul play involved. And you continue to conceal all this stuff. So that shows me that you had a little bit more part in it than what you're telling me. You don't owe Amelia shit, man. What she told you?
She said, Josh, don't worry about it. Leave it alone. Why? She's not gonna come take the kids from me.
Heather wanted them kids. You wanted them kids. You know that. Amelia knew that. Let's get out of here. Be a man. Let's go get this girl. The bullshit that women put us through. The one thing that a man must always understand, that she's a mother of your child. And you may hate her, but you still love her because she's a mother. She gave birth to your child. Give her that much respect.
Yeah, and now I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know where she's at, man. I don't. I just want to sleep and get up.
So you telling me Amelia knows, she knows everything?
I think she knows more about the shit than I do.
You telling me she never asked you, if she was going to do it, she never asked you what was the best way to do it? She never asked you where's the best place to
Man, I ain't
finish?
no murderer, man. I don't know what the best way to kill people and get rid of them and shit. Take them to jail.
That's where you want to go, my man.
That ain't where I want to go, man. I got no choice.
You got no choice, brother.
I don't know what else to do.
What else you got in your pockets, bro?
No wallet, man. You let me take that by my mama if I take you too? We'll go right now.
You take me to where Heather is, I'll take your wallet to your mom.
You won't take me by and let me talk to mom?
You take me to Heather first.
And you take me by my mom?
That's a promise.
Let's go, man.
All right, come on,
this shit off.
Yeah, all this is
Josh has finally given up and decided to save himself at the cost of Amelia's capture. Once he was released from jail, he tried to get revenge and unfortunately succeeded. As you watch, you're about to hear about how he and Amelia killed Heather.
I tell Heather that we're going over to Amelia's house. I hold the door open, Heather goes in, I come in behind her. And I'm like, Heather, listen, I want you to sit down so we can talk. And she's like, hell no, I'm out of here. And that's about the time Amelia walked in the door. And that's when she really started getting loud. I tried to grab a hold to her. And she jerked loose of me, so I let her go. She started down the hall. And that's when Amelia hit her in the head with that flashlight. And that's when Heather came back. I called her. I set her up in that chair. And that's when Amelia got the duct tape. And she taped Heather around here and through that. And I taped the bottom of Heather's legs off. And she put tape over Heather's mouth. We walked out the door so I could go home and get the kids. When I talked to Amelia on the phone, she told me, she said, it's done.
Josh has started telling the details of the crime. In the next clip, he's being brought in after being jailed for the murder of Heather Strong. There are still things that Josh is yet to reveal.
She told me what she did was wrap tape around that and held her nose for a little bit. And that's what choked her out.
You did hand motions to show how the bag went over her head and the tape went around her neck. You did hand motions. You know why you did that? That's memory.
It's because you saw it.
That's memory.
You were there when she took her last breath. You were there when she died. Right or wrong?
Well, that's right.
No. Right or wrong?
After hours of interrogation, finally one of the suspects is broken down. At this point in the investigation, the detectives too have realized that they will only be able to charge Josh with aiding in the murder and credit card theft. For this reason, their efforts will move towards Amelia now. It's truly disappointing to see our law protect a criminal. A person involved in such a gruesome murder can still get away despite giving a full confession.
What we want you to do is listen to us right now, okay? Don't say anything. Obviously, you know what's going on. You have been in here since last night, answering questions, telling us lies, telling us the truth, telling us lies back and forth, okay? That stops here, okay? We found Heather, okay? She's obviously murdered, okay? We've been speaking with Josh all night, okay? We've been letting you listen to some of the things he's been saying, and we've been telling him some of the things you've been saying, okay? That's not an attempt to play you one against the other. It's an attempt to get the truth out of two people that are lying to us very much, okay? I want to tell you how you stand right now. Okay, you don't stand so well. Okay, because everything is pointing to Amelia, and I'm going to explain that to you, and I want you to listen to me and not ask any questions. Okay. What I've done is just made a little cheat sheet here on myself. Okay. We have Amelia. That's you in the middle. Okay. And these are all the things that are against Amelia. Okay. The body was found on your property. Okay, where you're living. We have Heather. Okay. Obviously, she's deceased. But Josh was going to go back with her, the father of your baby. Okay. We have Chrissy and we have James involved. Okay. Chrissy's like, yeah, she held a knife to her throat, pulled her hair and all that stuff. Don't deny it. Don't admit it. Okay. Because I don't want to lie out of your mouth until you hear what I have to say. Okay. But I still have everything pointing to you.
Yeah.
I can put you in prison for the rest of your life just with this evidence. Okay. I can. But I need to give Amelia a chance because you've been lying to us all night. You've been telling us the truth here. You've been telling us lies there. Okay. That stops right now because Amelia and her baby are being affected now.
Yeah, and I've been trying to make an effort with Detective Bowie with the phone calls.
Okay. You're being affected now. Okay. Because you don't want your baby born in prison. We don't want your baby born in prison. Okay. And I'm not saying that's where you're going to end up. Okay. But if I have to use all this stuff against you, you're the only suspect that I have right now that can win in court. Okay. So I want to know from you exactly what happened. No more of this I think or I heard or nothing. I want the truth. Okay. The truth starts right now because now we ain't playing. Okay. You never met me before. You have to trust me. Okay. You have to trust this man too. He's been doing this a lot longer than I have. He's been doing it 30 years. I've been doing it 20 years. Okay. Stops today.
I don't want to go to prison.
Well,
we don't want you to either. Okay.
But I can hand you Josh on a silver platter.
Okay. Well, let's get through this. Okay. And keep your kids in your mind.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I can tell you everything that I know.
Okay. Are you willing to do that?
I don't want to. I want immunity. I will testify. I will.
Let's hear what you have to say first. I can't promise you nothing.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm.
Well, let me just explain this to you.
I want something to where I'm not going to take it from my babies.
Well, we ain't going to take you from your babies, and we're not going to take your babies from you. Okay.
See, it's hard because we're trying to understand. I'm trying to understand what you're going to tell me. Okay. A lot of what you can tell me, we're going to know if it's the truth or not. Okay. Yeah. I don't think that. I hope that you don't think that you would be sitting here having this conversation with us if we wasn't thinking anything different. Okay. Yeah. All we're after is the truth.
I understand that.
Just the truth of who killed her. Okay.
Well, I didn't kill her, but I can tell you details and I can tell you things about everything.
I bet you can. Okay.
But I'm just saying.
If you didn't kill her, okay, and you tell us and we believe you, okay, we can't put you in jail for something you did.
Well, after Detective Bowie played me that tape, that's when I told him when we go out to the house, every time he calls, I want it on speaker and I want you to hear what he has to say. And I've been asking the questions Detective Bowie wanted me to ask him. I'm trying to help. I don't want to be taken from my kids. Okay. I can tell you details that you guys probably already know. I can tell you everything that happened to her.
So if you think we already know that stuff and we haven't arrested you, what does that tell you?
This interrogation takes place after Josh has taken the detectives to Heather's body. The body was buried behind Amelia's own home. After learning of the full extent of Amelia's participation in the heinous crime, they know how to treat her. After this, the interrogation will become extremely confrontational.
I come across Heather.
Where?
Duct taped to the little blue chair.
In the trailer.
In the trailer. And I freak out. I check for a pulse. I'm looking to see if she's breathing. And I'm just checking. And I walked out. And he was there later that afternoon. I asked him, what the hell did you do? He told me that in the middle of the night, after we were in bed, he brought her there. And I guess he told her that he knew where I had money stashed to get her to go back there. And that he hit her upside the head with something. And that she was trying to leave and she broke the window. And he left her there because he didn't know what to do with her, how to dispose of her. And I told him, I want nothing to do with this. Get her the hell off my mom's property.
Okay, this is on your mom's property.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is Monday morning?
No, this is Monday afternoon when he got off work, that he came out there, that he had asked my mom for a shovel because he told her he had a dog. And I told him I wanted nothing to do with it. And I walked out and I told him, if you don't do something, I'm going to call the cops. And what he did after that, I don't know.
When you checked her pulse?
There was nothing. She was cold.
Was she sitting in a chair?
She was duct taped to
a
this
chair. What color chair?
It's the only one in that little kitchen area. It's a little blue chair.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, you got to do something. I said, I don't want this crap here. I said, Josh, I don't know what the hell's gotten into you, but you need to do something. And he asked my mom for a shovel. What he did, I didn't think he would bury her on my mother's property. I mean, that's just sick. I mean, it's bad enough what he had done, but to do that and make it look the way it's looking now is just not okay. Mm-hmm. And he told me, if you tell anybody, I'll make sure you go down with me and you'll be right next to her. Right next to her.
Okay.
So why didn't you tell us the truth at the beginning? Why didn't you tell us?
Because I was scared.
You were scared?
I mean, like I told you, I have kids. I mean, I've seen people go to prison for knowing stuff.
Amelia's body language has changed completely, and she realizes that it's time to give up. Amelia continues to lie about the extent of her involvement, but what Josh says next will leave no room for her lies.
She started down the hall. Amelia, that's when Amelia hit her. She went back and went into that window with her hand. When she did, I grabbed her and I put her in a chair. And I held her down on the chair.
Was she fighting then?
Well, she really couldn't, man. My big old ass to her little bitty self.
The adrenaline was flowing.
And I just held her. I Amelia taped her. She had her arm around her neck. She was trying to snap her neck. She had this hand right here was coming over her head, over her nose.
And where were you?
I was still sitting on her. And once I knew that Heather had got weak, I could tell she was getting weak because she was just like, then, nothing.
Amelia was openly trying to put the whole blame on Josh, and this was unacceptable to Josh's sister Michelle. Everyone who knew of the case still saw Josh as the main culprit, so she hatched a scheme with the detectives to get a confession from Amelia. The detectives came up with a plan to put a wire on Michelle and get her to get a confession out of Amelia.
I'll pull right in here under this tray.
Maybe right on the other side of that building. What are you going to say if you have an emergency?
Bobo. Bobo, Bobo, Bobo. You
Question?
can still hear it.
Yeah, we can hear you.
When this is done, can I go home and keep?
I think it's time for we open Pandora's box, at least from our end.
And you need to do it on the record.
Today, you had a conversation with Josh's sister. That conversation was recorded totally.
It's just a mess, Amelia. I mean, it's breaking my heart.
He shouldn't be in there. I'm telling you right now.
I want the true story from you. You got to tell me the truth so I can help you with Josh. Man, please tell me your side.
What did he tell you? And did he tell you over recorded phones?
No.
Please tell him just to keep his mouth shut and to keep his head up because everything's going to be okay. I don't know when. But he's got to stop talking to them.
I can't sleep. I can't eat. I hadn't ate since Wednesday. So I want detail.
I don't know if you can handle it, Michelle.
Amelia, it would be better. It would be better knowing than not knowing.
We tried to snap her neck. That didn't work.
You did?
He didn't see any other way out, Michelle. I mean, how many more times was he gonna...
But why would you try to break her neck?
I figured it'd be quick and painless.
I was a detective. Oh, crap. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, your mama told us you were up here.
Okay.
Can we talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
No one actually expected Amelia to confess, but she did, and this was one of the biggest pieces of evidence used against her in her trial.
You, out of your own mouth, admitted to being there.
You used some of the words that I just used. I waited in the house for a few minutes, just like I was told. There was a recorder in her car. There was a microphone in her car so we could listen to you. We didn't just stumble across that car sitting in the park.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? We heard everything. Now, let's go back to what I was just saying. You have shown no remorse. I'm not trying to be mean, but quite frankly, so far, you have shown that you're acting like a cold-hearted, hateful person who killed the mother of two children. Okay?
Because I don't cry?
No, because you sit right here stone cold and stare in that man's face and lie to his face. After you told that girl today you tried to break her neck, and it didn't work.
You remember that? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember those words? It came from whose mouth?
Let's start over. And I'm going to quit talking. I don't have anything more to say.
Tell me what happened.
I did what I was told to do.
Tell me what happened.
What good is it going to do me, Detective Boyd?
Tell me what happened. I want to hear from you. Get that burden off your back. Tell me what happened. You've already admitted to it. You've gotten over that hurdle. You have admitted to killing someone.
No, I admitted to it. Attempted, and it didn't work. He killed her.
Once it becomes clear that Amelia was deeply involved in this case, Detective Donald Buey removes all the respectful distance he'd been keeping with her. Earlier, she was given a comfortable interrogation room with a sofa, but those luxuries too are taken away now. The goal now is to make her uncomfortable to get a confession quickly. And finally, the last nail in Amelia's coffin is the very confidential and discreet confession.
Were you there?
On the record?
Everything is on the
from
record.
here on out is on the record. You were there when she died.
I did what I was told to do.
Tell me what you did then.
Let me tell you this. As much as Josh has told us, which is a lot, he still says that you were the one who killed her. Okay. I wasn't there. I don't know. I can tell through our investigation and all the people we've talked to and all sifting through every single lie. Josh has thrown plenty of them up there. You've thrown plenty of them up there. I know you were there, okay? I don't know who killed her at that moment that she died, but I do know y'all were both standing in that room. Is that right? Then if you have something to say that's not the same as what Josh said,
Excuse me.
now's the time.
Don't give us that respect. Don't nod. Is that right?
You have it on tape?
Is that right? I'm not talking to you in sign language.
I know.
I'm talking to you person to person, respectively. I don't want to assume that you nodded your head, but is that right that you were there with Josh when Heather took her last breath? I can't hear you.
Yes.
What did you guys do after she took her last breath?
Can I ask you something?
Can you answer
If
that
I
for me?
stop
Can you answer
answering
that?
questions, you're just gonna go ahead and arrest me, right? There's no way I'm going home tonight.
You keep looking at what you're sitting in here doing, and you keep thinking that this is what's getting you in trouble.
No,
Okay?
it's-
What's getting you in trouble is the night of February 15th. Okay? This is why this all started. From here on out, you've got a decision to make. You can still play these games and still try to weasel out of whatever you think you can weasel out of, or you can take the right path. And the right path is sitting in here saying, you know what? I did something wrong. If I had the chance to take it back, I would, but I can't. So you know what? Here's what happens. I apologize. If I could take it back, I would. I'm sorry. So far, the only thing you've done here is try to save your own behind, even though you killed a woman.
I didn't kill her.
Yes, you did.
Then tell me what happened. Because
not
Josh
kill her.
says you did it. After you tried to break her neck and couldn't do it, you killed her.
I did not kill her.
Show me something different then. Because Josh has been telling us the truth for several days.
I did not kill her. He wasn't himself to take it, Billy. He was not.
You were not either.
I was scared.
Was anyone stopping you from running out that door?
Fear?
Was anyone stopping you from running out that door?
Fear, but I guess that doesn't count, huh?
No, it does not, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
One of you is still lying about some of this, but only you or him knows which one is. That's why I've been asking you from the beginning to tell me the truth. That way, when Amelia opened her mouth and said, I have something to say, we both perk up and said, well, if Amelia's saying she's the one that's truthful, we have to believe her. At this point...
Do you not see why I'd be scared to tell you the truth?
There's no need to be afraid of Josh. Josh has never beaten you. Josh has no history of beating you.
No,
and Josh
but
is in jail right now.
But until that night, do you not see why after that night I would be scared to go against him?
Okay, but Josh told us that y'all had talked about doing something
We've
like
never
this.
talked about
He
anything
said
like this.
y'all had never planned it fully.
Fear is not an issue with you.
What do you mean?
Fear has never been an issue with you. You have never been afraid of Josh before or after you guys took someone's life.
Afraid he might leave you.
No, I wasn't afraid of him leaving me because I left him. I left him.
You understand me? Fear was not an issue.
I was afraid to go against him.
You just told me that you tried to break her neck.
Because he
that's
told me
attempted
to.
murder. That's what you told me. Is that not what you told me?
Yes.
What I did was attempted murder. Correct?
Because he told me to.
But that's what you... Is that not what you said? I tried to break her neck, but I couldn't.
You don't think you deserve that?
No, because I didn't kill her. I really didn't.
So he calls you, whether you think he was joking or not, he calls you and says, I'm on the way there. Wait till we're in there a couple minutes and come back. And you know exactly what that means. You know exactly what it's going to lead to. And you made no attempt to stop him, talk him out of it, or call the police. You went out there. She tries to get away. She's trying to escape because she sees what's coming. She's struggling, and you help him imprison her, keep her. You help him do all the things that he needs to do, knowing what's about to happen. He asks you to kill her, and whether you tried real hard or whether you didn't try real hard, you make an attempt so that it will be quick and painless and she can be put out of her misery. And when you're unable to do it, whether you were not strong enough or whether you didn't have the willpower, you step away so that he can take his turn. You watch it happen. At no time have you told us that you tried to stop him, you tried to talk him out of it, you tried to say, you know what?
There was no... If you were there, Detective Spike.
I wasn't there.
If you'd have been there.
You were.
There was no...
There was time before he got there. You could have picked up the phone and said,
I honestly
Josh,
didn't think he was coming.
let's not do this. This isn't a good idea. You could have said, Sheriff's Department. I think I've gotten in deep, but I'm trying to do the right thing. I don't want this girl to lose her life. I don't want these children to lose their mother. And all these things I'm saying to you, you helped put her underneath the table for a day, maybe 2 days.
I didn't help do any of that. I just knew that he did it.
You come outside to see if the hole's deep enough he's about to bury her in. You watch her being buried. You help cover her up.
I didn't watch. I went back inside.
Did you jump in the hole?
No.
On top of her?
No, that's sick.
Okay. So all these things, and what do you think that you are guilty of?
I know what I'm guilty.
What do you think would be appropriate?
But I just wish that you would take into consideration. But I was scared.
Tell me what you think you're guilty of.
Helping a monster.
I'm sorry? Of being a monster?
And helping a monster.
I didn't understand.
Helping a monster.
Oh, helping a monster. Do you want anything to drink? Do you need to use the restroom? Are you okay?
No.
Are you hurting? I guess I should ask that because I know that you're not okay. Are you physically okay? Huh?
Oh, before you guys take me over, we booked.
We're going to do the paperwork right now. Okay?
On December 7th, 2010, after 2.5 hours of deliberations, a jury found Amelia guilty of first-degree murder and kidnapping. Amelia's relatives testified in her favor during the penalty phase of the trial, claiming that she had suffered from trauma since she was young as a result of abuse from her father and grandfather. On December 10th, the jury, however, decided to execute Amelia by a vote of 7-5. On February 22, 2011, she was formally sentenced to death by lethal injection. Amelia became the youngest woman to be put on death row in Florida history, and only one of 5 women to be given the sentence in the state. But later, in 2017, this was revised and she was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Josh did not get as strict a sentence, especially because he was the key witness against Amelia. Josh was convicted of first-degree murder and kidnapping. He was given the sentence of life in prison. We have come to the end of one of the most twisted cases, and though it makes us content that Amelia and Josh were given the punishments they deserve, we still have to remember the unfortunate side of things. We would like a moment to remember Heather Strong as an incredibly devoted mother, a loving sister, a beautiful daughter, and a compassionate friend. She was full of life and tackled everything life threw at her until the day she died. We would also like to take a moment to pray for all the children involved in today's case, because their lives were completely led astray because of confused and unbalanced adults. Comment your thoughts on the case of Heather Strong and her culprits Amelia Carr and Joshua Fulgham. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.